Today we'll be talking about Alabama quarterback Jalen Milroe. 6'2", 225, he's 22 years old. Milroe is incredibly gifted. He is a fantastic athlete, and he has a cannon of an arm. And I think those two things, just kind of on their own, making him an incredibly intriguing prospect in this year's draft. Alabama ran a pretty extensive RPO offense, and I think it really allowed Milroe's skills to shine. When you get him in the triple threat, allowing him to hand the ball off, run it himself, or make a pass, I think he does a pretty decent job. And I think in the NFL, if you really want to maximize his skills, that's the type of offense that he's going to need to be in. He has a pretty high ceiling, but there's also a lot to clean up. So his weaknesses, he's fairly erratic. There are a lot of passes that you watch and you go, wow, either that was a really bad miss or I'm not sure what Milroe is seeing at all. Some baffling decision making. He's one of the quarterbacks that tend to move backwards when they get into trouble too, and can tend to dig himself in a hole and try to trust his legs. He's very athletic, but especially when you get to the NFL, they're going to be athletes that you just can't outrun. Then finally, probably a little scheme dependent too, right? If you're going to ask him to play just a pro-style offense, Jalen Milroe probably isn't your quarterback. Let's look at the highlights.
Milroe, empty backfield. Milroe fires up the sideline. Caught. Touchdown. Woo!
Milroe, keeper. First down and more. Tight roping down the sideline. Touchdown.
That and keep it himself later.
Now a downfield shot looking for Henderson, coming back and making the catch. And we've seen this look, and now Miller motions out. Milroe just takes off. Guess what? Quarterback run. Jalen Milroe to sprint. Number 4 with his 4th rushing touchdown. 72 yards.
And throwing in rhythm. Forced out of rhythm here. Has to run. Unloads deep. 2 men there it is. Caught at the sideline. Journey Bernard. Milroe taking a shot downfield. My goodness. Wide open. Ryan Williams, the true freshman. Taking it to the house. 84.
I'm very hopeful that Milroe goes to a team with a creative offensive coordinator that will be able to maximize his skill set. I think even if he's not a starter at the next level, which I do not see him as a starter in the NFL, I think he's a little too erratic. I think you can still use his legs. Can he come in for 5, 10, 15 snaps? Maybe an RPO-based offense where he gets to use his legs? Yeah, I can definitely see that, and I think he would excel in that setting. So for me, he has a score of 57.93. That's good for a 4th-round pick. The consensus is a whole lot higher. They have Milroe as a middle-of-the-second-round prospect.